3, 2, 1, go. So, Bat Kessler, I don't think I need to describe to you the tutorial of the game. It's literally just dash on the ground because you have ground dash, and try to do it quickly. Interesting thing that the tutorial does not count for in-game time, but we still time it because one, we cannot skip it, and two, there's actually some good mechanics that allow for time saves and such. So we've been discussing like, do we want to have this skippable? A lot of people say yes because that's how the original title is. And like, I'm not against that, but I would actually prefer they just time the intro so that we can actually, like, the optimization of the routes here can actually be used. Because the fact that you always start every run with this means that the tutorial could get hyper optimized. And I really like that. Ooh. Like right there. Even the people like really enjoyed, the devs really enjoyed that the bonking to like allow you to fall faster. Like, it's just those little optimizations are fun. All right, so now that we get to the castle, because I'm getting all bosses and heirlooms, I have to explore a lot of the castle. But there is a priority here. I am exploring the left, and then once I'm done with the left side, I go up, and then I go right. Think of it like a clock, and I'm going from 6 o'clock all the way to 3 o'clock. So because that is actually the best way to, or at least most consistent way, to find the dash heirloom and the book heirloom. And then from there, we just need to get kind of lucky to find Lamech and the entrances to the Stygian Study and Far Shores. Which, Far Shores is always, or yeah, Axis Mundi, sorry. Far Shores is technically after Axis Mundi, so I guess technically that works. Just, there's definitely an entire level between then and there, so this is not a good room. I did poorly there, as you can tell because I have damage. Oh well. And I have that damage after grabbing the meat. But yeah, whenever we get into heirlooms, there's just a bunch of optimizations to try to go through these rooms fast. Some of them, like that knife room, the generation of where the knives appear is all just luck. It's all just luck, and all of them appearing at the top. The top is the worst place for the knives to appear. So, just got unlucky there, that's all. But anyways, yeah, we want to find all the heirlooms, all the entrances to the other areas on one go-through of this. To just get that out of the way. I'm going to just... So the next is we need to... While we do need to find all those areas, we're also facing Lamech along the way. So I'm just going to face Lamech now. I'm going to grab both of the chests before going into Lamech, because we want to teleport again, so we might as well... Yeah, of course I'm aware of so much. I run this 3 times a day for 5 days a week. So we do have to optimize. This is a speedrun after all. So yeah, sometimes I do save a chest if I know I'm going to just be exiting the room, but sometimes I need to stay with Lamech. I need to teleport immediately. If you're teleporting, it's faster to just reset and not have to watch the cutscenes. But if you're staying with Lamech's room, watch the cutscenes. So, all right. Anyways, one of the big themes that makes this run scary is that, as you could probably guess, the Architect is a very important purchase throughout the run, because it's our ability to not have to explore the entire castle every time, so that we only have to do it once in the run. And the Architect costs, at minimum, if I take all the cheapest purchases, the Architect costs... I can't believe I'm taking those hits. I am doing very badly. The Architect costs 1840 gold, which is not enough from either Lamech or the boss after Lamech. So I have to kill Lamech plus the Bone Bros, the skeletons, the Void Beast, Bareth, and Halfar. I have to do all of that in one run, and if I die at any point, which it looks like I'm dying because of how low my health is, I don't reset my runs. I never reset my runs. That's actually a challenge that I keep to myself. But my gosh, does it tempt me when I get a bad run. When I'm this low on health, when I die before I can purchase the Architect. Which is why I'm thinking I'm going to be detouring a bit, because I'm at such low health. If I could get enough gold. As I said, the minimum is 1840. If I can get that much gold before I die, then I'll be all right. I miss the meat. All right, there's a path continuing. And I am heading right now, I just decided I'm breaking my usual rule. I'm heading straight for the Axis Mundi, because there's always an heirloom there. And it's an heirloom that I need as soon as possible. Get out of my way, Thunderhead. I need that gold. Whew. Alright. So the downwards is down here. So usually I don't even kill enemies, but I'm being very cautious given my low health total. Alright, that's just the bottom. So we're going to use this just to have the teleport. Just to use the teleport. Oh my gosh. Alright, to the entrance. Wait. Nothing, we never go below. So you never have to go under the Fish and Dry Lake. The Fish and Dry Lake is supposed to be created as the bottom. So if there's a route that goes below it, it's not to the exit. So we now have to go this way to head to our destination. We know it's one of those paths. Alright, usually we save the book. Usually we save the book till later, but I'm at 10 health and I do not want to die. So the reason we usually save the book is one, and like I will show you everything that's the reason why we save the book to last, because we'll be able to experience it here. Usually we save, like if you look at my timer, you'll see the book is actually between Nama and Enoch. It's one of the final things we do. One of the things is right here. If we had double jump, this room goes by so much faster, because I just keep barely not having enough distance to jump to these platforms. And if you have double jump, you can just do these platforms really fast. I believe you did see me doing that. So that's one. Two, this room is a lot easier with Echo Kick, so not having that also sucks. So that's two things that make this room easier if I grab other heirlooms first. And then as we get into the fights are all their damage the health of the enemies are just enough that you can't kill them with no damage boosts. You need specifically 6 strength buffs from your Starteed strength buff to one-shot all of those enemies right there. So without those strength buffs, I have to do slower routes. And then it also affects this room right here. A double jump makes grabbing that the first time a lot easier, you know. There we are. So that was a slow book, but we got book early, and it's going to keep us allow us to find what we need. So we're going on. So you'll see in the route the next is Gone Heads. That is a mistake. I've been trying out a route where you get Gone Heads next, and it's been ending very badly. So that was just me back when I was trying out that route, and it seems like that's not the route. So Gone Heads is supposed to go back to its position up by Murmur. Oof. I meant to shield dash into the fireball, but the fireballs disappeared at the moment. Oof. There we are. The spikes deal pretty limited damage, so it's okay. Ooh. So you have Stygian Study and Axis Mundi both right next to each other. That's pretty good. So one of the things you could do with this pathing is actually leverage your health. to like go into the sticky and steady, but that's what's been killing me a lot. And the last thing I need to do right now is die. Whew. This place is just... Alright, so you have a longer comment. Just give me a sec to read it. Oof. When I enter this next heirloom, that's the perfect time to read it because there's a lot of frozen time. Alright. Man, this place is just optimized to be slightly annoying if you head in early. I'm trying not to talk because I don't want to distract you. Dude, don't worry. I like the distractions. I'm not... Already, we are off schedule, off the topic, so I'm not... This doesn't look like it's going to be PB. Already, the luck of the Castle Argartha is telling me it's going to hit me hard, so I got to get lucky in a lot of other areas to get this back into minus, like, into PB territory. Right now, I'm just doing this for regular territory, you know? So, yeah, don't worry about distracting me, man. I will only distract myself if I think it's okay for me to be distracted, and if I was wrong, that's my fault, not yours. So you just talk as you want to talk back, Kessler. You talk as you want to talk. That optimization is very fun. I'm glad I discovered that a dash strike plus a fireball is enough to kill. Alright. Whew. So, anyways, now that we have this, we now have the hard challenge. We now have to go through Axis Mundi and beat the Void Beast Barith without dying. If we die, GG's. We went through Axis Mundi and have no teleport back. Oof. Oh, by the way, as you might have noticed by this control scheme, I cannot really use the look around function, so I've just kind of memorized what this game throws at me. So I'm actually going to grab that chest because I am so close to... For two reasons. One, because it's a silver chest, so it could get equipment. Remember, if I get a Warden weapon, that changes this run almost entirely. And two, I am so little gold away from being able to do the minimum viable architect. So if I could just find a chest along the way, like that doesn't detour me too much, I will take it as a means to, you know, get where I need to go. Oop. There we are. Thank you for the boosts. One of the big scary things about this is that the fastest way is often to be in the air kicking off of things, but if you die while, if you fall into the water, you get knocked back to the last time you touch the ground, which if you keep using all this parkour stuff, could be quite a while ago. We're just using that. Oof. Yep. You might notice that each of these attacks deal almost a fourth of my health, so like I've gone 2 hits, I'm nearly at half health. So fiends are dangerous, and I still have to face a boss after we're done here. That deals 58 damage per attack. Oh, so glad. Okay, I'm taking this chest because 40 gold from where I need to be. Woo. Taking this. No! So, okay. So I could buy absolute minimum. I obviously don't want to buy absolute minimum because it involves doing things like buying the Enchantress, which does nothing in this run because we do not have the gold to spend on the Enchantress. But we have that option. Okay. I am at 58 health. This boss deals 58 damage on an attack. So we just have to not get hit. Worst case scenario, we take the minimum viable route and we just barely buy the Architect without taking damage, without having to like reset the run. And we'll be left with 20 gold when we're done. Just gotta be careful with my purchases. Or I could just be careful and beat this boss. So, the best way to beat this boss is to stand in between them and basically cause them to always jump into each other whenever possible. That is not always in your control. And when I'm at low on health, obviously the solution then is just kill one of the enemies quick. Because if you could kill one quick, then it's safer, because Once you only have one to deal with, so much safer. So I am focusing on Bareth, even though it's optimal to focus on both equally. We're just using that. Shield is such a valuable tool. Okay, they both jumped. On the bright side, we now are targeting Bareth again. If I could kill Bareth. Okay. Whew. Shield bashes really mattered there. But yeah, it looks like we actually got it. Most speedrunners and competitors of most competitive genres have really good focus. Yep. It's just that as you... So have you ever done something so much that you could just do it without thinking too much? That's basically what happens with a lot of games as you do it more and more. Everything he's doing is so tight, it makes me self-conscious. Okay, so dude, me and Mindful Line, the two speedrunners here, despite this being an early access game, we have arguably, I mean, if you count RL1, I definitely have solidly over 300 hours. And he just, the other speedrunner just recently hit the 300 hour mark. So, I did not know Whisk could get knocked back that far. We just use the shield on those wargs because wargs hate you. Let me just be clear, as a speedrunner who has optimized this game, wargs hate you. Just, that's no sugarcoating. Wargs are monsters. Oh god, this is a dead end. And even the basic traps deal enough damage to one-shot me. Tough times ahead. Especially when everything's going left and I'm trying to go to the right. There's one path to the right, and it's scary and dangerous. So I haven't gone it yet. Apple! Oh my gosh, thank you, Apple. Whew. So while I'm here, as you know, I have to get 2 lilies to open the boss door. So I'm just kind of exploring around for them. Oof. Alright, not here. Okay, so we're heading back. So the reason we're still exploring this area is because it's still possible for there to be lilies. And I want to grab the lilies to bring them through the exit, basically. Alright. No lilies. And we're connected back to this room. So now we just have to go up. Even though it's a bit scary and dangerous. Go up. Well, we found an apple. That was quite the detour. Oof. Found the maw, and zero lilies, I'm pretty sure. Scary and dangerous for a lesser player, maybe. Dude, scary and dangerous for me. But, yeah. Woo. We got some bad generation in Kuguan Plateau. That's okay. That's okay. Alright. Well, if I can find Far Shores, it will be a full heal that will protect me. And I just realized, yeah, this is my first lily, so we need to find 2 more. We need to find another plus Far Shores. There's Far Shores. Thank goodness. So yeah, in case you're wondering, I think everyone recognizes that Far Shores is to the right, but because of the size and the single entrance, Far Shores is also more likely to be up than it is down. So that is a lot of my routing. So here it's just up to the right. And we're just heading there as best we can while detouring for lilies whenever there's an easy detour. Because lilies and a maw could be just about anywhere. And we need to find 3 of those 4 rooms. Ugh. Oh yeah, by the way, quick little shortcut if you haven't noticed. But there's a few of those in these. I really like them. Just nice little reminds you that you're doing this optimally. Oof. this room can be dangerous if the shields are not friendly with you. But I came out with full health, so they were friendly enough. Whew. But yeah, so now we have double jump. So here's an interesting thing. We're going to unlock Nama, but we actually want to die and get a stronger character before we face Nama. So we're going to pick up the other Lily, and then we're going to go to Nama's room, and then we're just bailing. Oof. So there's some discussion about whether or not we should you know, dash through that, or just return to main menu to teleport out. And generally, my general argument is if you're teleporting to another area inside the Kerguelen Plateau, you should definitely stay and do that. But if not, then you teleport out. Because here's the thing. The loading screens are counted for in-game time. And the loading screen for the Kerguelen Plateau is actually pretty long. Alright. So now that we have Nama open, we do not have to go through the doors. Nama has technically already accepted the lilies, even though the lilies are still in our inventory. So now, we leverage this level 1 character. We're going to have them explore the Stygian study. So this character's job is to find everything in the Stygian study now, in a place where people deal 100 damage, just nonchalantly sometimes, with 200 health max. So we go for Gauntheads first, because Gauntheads is always to the left, while the others can be... Enoch is always up, but that's not an easy route when you start at the bottom. And the other two are just basically anywhere. So we just hope we run into Murmur and the heirloom while we're going for Gauntheads. Anyways, as you might notice, the traps deal very small amounts of damage, so we try to get hit by them if we're going to gain hit at all. Also, there's a glitch thing that we figured out, that as long as, well, your dash is short, your dash can in fact go through the Yorbs, the purple orbs, without Void Dash. You could still go through those normally. So we leverage that at times. Alright, so Gauntheads has to be very high up, given what we're seeing. So we are basically going for Enoch, and we'll run to Gauntheads along the way, is the hope. So like right here, not Gauntheads. Really disappointed. Nothing here. And that's why it's sometimes good to look at the map, because I was thinking there might be an exit on the other side, and that's why I was... Just a suicide mission? Yeah, basically. But so I will tell you right now, we have an additional category for 1 life runs because it happens. Because we do manage to do this game in 1 life. So, alright, there's Gauntheads. There's Enoch. So, here's what we're doing now. We're now facing Gauntheads because there's nothing stopping us from doing so. And then we'll leverage, so after you beat Gauntheads, we will then start hunting for Void Dash. And hopefully use Void Dash to fully heal us after we beat Gauntheads, because Gauntheads has... So there's a range that Gauntheads can deal damage. It's anywhere from 105 to... what was the max? Like 128. So Gauntheads, at minimum, takes out half our health in a single hit. So this is not an easy... So like, while it's not hard to dodge the attacks, if you fail to dodge an attack, Gauntheads will wreck you. Whew. But yeah, whenever you're facing 2 bosses at once and they stick together, that is the most optimal way of doing it. And I did that because I noticed how low that other person's health was, and I just want to get rid of them. So now we have all the gold from Gauntheads as well. So I want you to consider that Gaunthead's gold is now our gold. So now the cutscene. The cutscene is so long we actually return to main menu despite its the loading screens, because it's actually that long for us. We don't know if the cutscenes are counted in time, but there's a lot of things that are counted in time that probably shouldn't. So we consider it as if it is. Alright. So the reason we do Void Dash last is because there's no teleport to Void Dash. So we actually have to get it last. If we try to get it earlier, we'd have to get it the moment we find it, because we can't just teleport back to it. We have to go through the process of hunting it down again. Alright. Let's head back. Whoop. Alright. Down and to the right. Let's hope we don't die. There it is. There it is. Are you typically done on the second character? What's it? Optimally, I am done by the second character. Typically, it takes third. It takes fourth. Typically, it's not so easy. So, optimally, you are done on the second character. Typically, you are not done by the second character. And yeah, in case you're wondering, how hard this is, keep in mind my very first run was like 3.5 hours. So, whew. And when I say it was 3.5 hours, that was before Enoch and the entire Sticky and Stay was added. So that was just to beat Nama. So don't, beat yourself up if you're not at this level. I am second place in the world and fighting for first. So, if you compare yourself to me, you're gonna have a bad time, is what I'm trying to get at. Because I've optimized a lot. Alright, here. There is some variance in this room, because right here, these beans will bounce randomly, and if you get a bad bounce, it makes this a lot harder. Alright, that's okay. We have some damage, but that's fine. Ooh. At this pace, I might actually, because we are at so much health, if we get a good murmur, I might try to do this, I might try to do a 1 life run. So 1 life is considered its own separate category, and this is looking like solid. It would probably be a new 1 life PB, so... Alright. Ooh. Oop. Oh yeah, I know a bit better than to be that cocky. I was just wondering if you... Oh. Accidentally froze the timer instead of, hitting the next pitch. I was just wondering if you only get 1 death / gold spam period because you're holding big pile of money. Optimally, yes. Optimally, we beat Murmur here, and then instead of watching the cutscene, we retire our hero. That is the optimal route. I just realized I already used Book, so 1 life is out of the question, because I don't have enough healing to pull off a 1 life run. This might be a 3 life run, because we don't have Book in between Enoch and Nama. So, we're going to go for the optimal... We're going to go optimally, even if we end here with 194 health. Anyways, as always, bright flashing warning. These red orbs hurt when they blind you. They hit hard when I smash them, they break. Ow. There it is. Oh. Alright, well, now I feel more comfortable retiring my hero. So, we'll call that a blessing in disguise. There we go. Alright. So we're going optimally. So I'm going to pop open this chest, because you need to pop open the chest to make sure it recognizes that the Void Beast is defeated. Alright, doesn't look like we got... I don't think we got a weapon yet, but yeah. Now you just retire your hero, and now we go on our spending spree. And we can do optimal spending spree. I know we have at least a cape. That's good. So let's get a good weapon. Alright, Searing Shot, Fireball. I think I'm going with this character. The Fireball is going to be more valuable. Alright. So, usually, just for consistency, and because I like Barbarians, we go for a Strength build. And, so yes, this is going to be... I like going Barbarian here for my second character. that's not everyone's path. Some people go Knights. I think Mindful Line is considering going Valkyrie, stuff like that. But yeah, so with the Barbarian, because Barbarian cannot gain mana on its aerial attacks, it is actually optimal to have the Barbarian be a heavy damage dealer. We have a weapon. I didn't even realize it. I cannot equip that. Alright, we're done with equipment then. Ooh. I didn't realize we had an Ammonite weapon. So because of the nerf to armor, any of the armored weapons are pretty bad, Ammonite being amongst them. That being said, nonetheless, it is still a weapon. We bought that because it gave us +4 strength. I don't care about the armor. So, Barbarians are actually better against Enoch than other classes. So even though I'm supposed to face Nama first, I face Enoch first using Barbarians. Because Enoch moves a lot slower than Nama, and this allows me, you know, think of the Barbarian as a great sword user in Monster Hunter. It's just, if they give you the opportunity, you can just wreck them with more damage than any other class, but it's just not finding the opportunity. And then we face a big monster that doesn't move much, allowing you the opportunity as much as you want it. Like, look at this. Just standing there. Because, yeah, Barbarian deals nearly twice the damage. A single swing from the Barbarian's axe deals about twice the damage as a swing from the Knight's sword. To put it in perspective of how much damage this is dealing. Because numbers probably just look like vague numbers to you from this distance. 84 is not how much damage you were dealing. You were probably dealing more because you were at a higher level, but yep. I like the personalized comparison there. Yeah, dude, of course. I play Monster Hunter. Alright, so now here comes this side. And here's where we will reveal why the Barbarian is so valuable against Enoch. So first off, attack where he holds completely still. This attack where he jumps, but there's always, you can tell where he's going to land, and here. This attack. This is why I like the Barbarian against Enoch. Oop. Oh, I'm going to take damage there. That's okay. I just realized I don't have a heal before Nama, so that's not okay anymore. We'll drop a fireball there. So yeah, the problem is, as you saw, Enoch gets frozen by the shout instead of armor broken, so we don't end up using the shout much for Enoch's fight. Alright. So we pop this open, and we don't worry about the gold, because this is supposed to be your last life. So we just, once it's popped open, the enemy is dead, and we just leave. We just go, and we finish up the run. So now all we have left is Nama. Nama, while Barbarian is still nice, Nama moves fast enough that I can't get many ground attacks in. It's better, like, the best class for Nama is the Duelist, I think, but not always the easiest, as you could guess. Just barely not enough height. So the spin attack is nice, but that's basically all we have for Nama. Like, we cannot use ground attacks, we cannot recover our mana, like, we have a lot of issues, but at least we have the spin attack. Should have just used my shout at some point. So yeah, when you shout against enemies that can't be frozen, they get armor break on them. Alright, wait for it. There we go. want to break all of the ones that were coming at me. Alright. Leverage this time to refill our mana. So we can actually use it. Oop, no shouts, so gotta go around this normally. Aw. Alright. Well, if I get one more hit, I'm dead. So gotta be careful. And this is my problem. I am not that good against Nama, by the way. Like, comparative to how good I should be as a speedrunner, I'm actually pretty bad against Nama. That is a cold, hard truth. Because Nama doing optimally, that's a challenge in and of itself. But since they increased her aggression, just a lot of times I think I'm safe, but I'm not. Because her aggression is higher than it used to be. I just did that because I didn't want to die. And I wasn't certain. So I went safe over sorry. But we are now in trouble. Whew. So we do have one more damage boost. While Nama deals too much damage for us to boost off of her, though these red orbs, the nightmares, their projectiles actually only deal 22 damage, so I can use those as a damage boost if I need it. I might just use that soon. Whew, okay, that was her dying, not me. Oh, I thought I got too close. Alright, well, we did it. And there we are. That's what a run of Rogue Legacy 2 looks like right now. So for the last boss, I let a cutscene play so I can prove that even though we ended with Nama, all 3 of the estuaries have been killed, which is what we need to do. And then, so the thing is, there's usually a victory screen, but that victory screen has not been working during this patch. It will work next patch. So until then, here's our 33-minute time. Whew. Alright. So that's what a speedrun of this game looks like. I think that was a good example of the speedrun. Had good time. Everything was done. The book. Lacking the book. The book was in a bad spot. That was the one thing that made that not like a perfect example of what a speedrun looks like.